my dear students. Today we can start our 10th grade biology. Now all of you have textbook with you. While taking the class, all of you should take your textbook. And what all things we are discussing that you should underline. And what all things I am saying as an important one, you should mark it in your textbook. In this year, you should score maximum mark in all the subjects. And we are starting fourth chapter. Okay, first we are taking fourth chapter, absorption by roots. Absorption by roots, plants are absorbing water by using their roots, but you don't know how the roots are absorbing water, which is the process behind that mechanism. In lower grade, I think in 7th grade, absorption, that is transportation of water and minerals, one chapter was there. How the water and minerals are transporting by using xylem and phloem. Plants are transporting water and food, that you know. And in this chapter, you will study the transportation. Different processes are there for absorbing and transporting the water and minerals. And structural specialization are there in the plant for the absorption of water and for its transportation. So each and every parts of the root are suitable for the absorption of water, their structure, their content, and in case of stem, for conducting water and food, their structure are highly specialized one. And for in case of leaf, their leaves are specialized for photosynthesis. So different parts of the plant are specialized for specific function. In this chapter, we will discuss about different process, that's life process that occur in plant. So absorption by root means the process involved in the absorption of water, and which all process are helping the process of absorption. You know that ascent of sap and transpiration pull, all the things are helping for the absorption of water. Then you may have studied about active transport, osmosis, diffusion, root pressure, some other functions also you will study in this year. Okay, so all of you take your textbook, page number 37. Page number 37, you can see the fourth chapter, the introduction about the fourth chapter, that is plant physiology. What is plant physiology? Physiology is a study, plant physiology is a study of life functions or the metabolism of plants. So in that box, a small box you can see in the left corner, you can see that is plant physiology. That plant physiology definition is underlined. And study what is plant physiology. Maybe ask for define the following plant physiology. And above that you can see the different process you are going to study in this chapter. And in the next page, absorption by root, the absorption of water. And one more thing is that is by along with absorbing water, minerals are also absorbed along with the water. Minerals are absorbed by another process that we will study. So first we can discuss about what is the importance of water in plant body. Easy question. You know that what is the importance of water in plant body? First thing, for photosynthesis. Water is a raw material for photosynthesis, for the preparation of food material. Water is an important thing. Then next, for transpiration. What is transpiration? It is a loss of water from the surface of the leaf as a water vapor. That transpiration will create a transpiration pull to absorb water from the soil. Then next, importance, transportation. What is is transportation. For the transportation of minerals and also for the transportation of prepared food in the leaf. This all things are transported through a medium of water. So for transporting these essential nutrients and food materials, water is necessary. Then fourth point is for the mechanical stiffness. What is mechanical stiffness? We know that plants are standing erect. Some plants are there creeping and climbers are there. But mainly if you are taking a small herb, they want to stand erect. And during noon time, we can see that some small herbs are wilting. And afternoon, after 5 o'clock and all, we can see it will stand erect. It will again stand erect. Because during noon time, as the transpiration rate become more, the plant will wilt because of the loss of water from the plant body. Their turgidity, that is inside the cell sap, the inside the vacuole that contain their cell sap. So water, enough and more amount of water is necessary in the each and every plant cell. Then only that they can stand erect. Mechanical stiffness. If there is no enough water in the plant body, that the plant will wilt. And after that they will stand erect when they are getting enough and more water. Then they will get their stiffness back and they will stand erect. So these are the 4 points regarding the importance of water in plant body. First one, photosynthesis. Second one, transpiration. Transpiration. What are the importance of transpiration? One I told you, it creates transpiration pull for absorbing water. One more important is that is it will give cooling effect to the plant. Okay, it will give cooling effect. Then next importance is transportation. It is a transporting medium. Fourth one, mechanical stiffness. These are the importance of water in plant body. Next topic is what is the importance of minerals in plant body. So in the last year you have learned that macronutrients and micronutrients, the importance of each nutrients. Okay, so minerals are important for the proper functioning of plant body. Some nutrients are absorbed in the form of salts. Salt means nitrate, sulfate, phosphate, like that. It is absorbed in the form of salt. That's the salt meaning. Okay, nitrates. After nitrogen fixation, the nitrogen is absorbed in the form of salt. And some other mineral nutrients are absorbed in the form of ions. K plus ion. Ion means like K plus ion. They are absorbing in the form of ions. So they are absorbing in the form of ions. Some others are absorbing in the form of salt. So basically these nutrients are essential for the proper functioning of plant body. Then next topic is the characteristics features of root for absorbing water. What are the structural specialization for the absorption of water? In your textbook, page number 38, the characteristics features for absorption of water. What is the importance of root hairs? Enormous surface area of root hairs. If we take a balsam plant, if you uproot a balsam plant, we can see that hundreds of root hairs from the main root. So by using this root hairs, the root can absorb enough water. So a single rootlet, main root will be there. From the main root there will be small rootlets, and from each rootlets we can see hundreds of root hairs. Root hairs are unicellular one. So this enormous surface area that is root hairs surface area will be there. It is unicellular one. In the textbook picture is there. if I taking the case of a single root, from there will be hundreds of root hairs. So it will increase the surface area of absorption. So by using these hundreds of root hairs, they can absorb water. So they are increasing the surface area of absorption. So hundreds of root hairs can effectively absorb water from the soil. So first point, the root hairs, enormous surface area of root hairs, and a small explanation about root hair. That is the first point, absorption uh, of root, the structural specialization for the root for absorbing, specialization of the root for absorbing water from the soil. First point is enormous surface area of root hairs. Then second point is the cell sap, concentrated cell sap. What is cell sap? The content inside the vacuole is cell sap. The solute concentration will be more and less water will be there inside the cell sap. So, for osmosis from higher concentration to lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane, the water will easily get into the cell because inside the vacuole there will be more solute and less water. Here we can see cell sap. It will be more concentrated. Then surrounding water will be less concentrated. More concentrated. Here it is, surrounding water will be less concentrated. So here we can see the cell sap is more concentrated. What is the meaning of more concentrated? Here, less water and more solutes. That is the meaning of more concentrated. Less water and more solutes will be there inside the cell sap. And in the surrounding soil, there will be more water and less solute. So, where we can see enough water or comparatively more water, where we can see in the surrounding soil. So, from surrounding soil, when we compare the concentration of water, we can see more water here and less water inside the cell. You know the definition of osmosis. The movement of water molecule from its higher concentration to lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. Which one is semi-permeable membrane here? Yes, this is cell wall and this is cell membrane. So, the water will move from more concentrated area of water into the less concentrated area of water. Here, more concentrated solution is there inside the cell and less concentrated area is outside the cell. So, when we compare the concentration of water, we can see more in the soil and less inside the cell. So, water will move from outside to inside. That is the importance of high concentration of cell sap inside the plant cell. So, the water movement will be easy. This is the mechanism of water movement. Then next characteristic feature is they are having very thin wall. That is the outer cell wall. Cell wall is freely permeable. That inside the cell wall there we can see cell membrane that is selectively permeable or semi-permeable. So these are the two membrane that will be helpful for the absorption of water. Cell wall and this is cell wall and this is cell membrane. This is cell membrane. Cell wall is freely permeable. It will allow the movement of all the molecules, but cell membrane, it is semi-permeable. Okay, it will allow only the movement of small water molecules. It won't allow the movement of a bigger one. So this is the structural adaptation of root for absorbing water. And you know the process of osmosis. By the process of osmosis, water is absorbed by the root. So these are the basic things. These are the introduction about this absorption by root. What are the importance of water in plant body and how the structure of roots are adapted to the absorption of water. Okay, so these are the structural adaptation of the root to absorb water. Next, we can move to the different process behind the absorption of water. There are 5 process behind this absorption of water and minerals. We can discuss one by one. These are the 5 process behind absorption of water by root. First one, imbibition. Second one, diffusion. Third one, osmosis. Fourth one, active transport. Fifth one, turgidity and flaccidity. First, we can discuss about imbibition. Imbibition is the process by which dead or living plant cell absorb water by surface attraction. Example, in case of wooden doors, it is very difficult to close the wooden door during rainy season because the surface of the wooden door is a dead plant cell. It is made up of dead plant cells, so they will absorb the moisture from the atmosphere. It will swell and we will feel very difficult to close wooden door during rainy season. The reason behind this is a process of imbibition. Imbibition is a process. Okay. So this wooden door is made up of cellulose or protein. So this cell wall is made up of a substance called cellulose. So these substances are hydrophilic. Hydrophilic substances have high affinity to water. They will quickly absorb water from the atmosphere and they will swell. Another example, seed coat as a first step. What is the first step of seed germination? Absorption of water by the seed coat. So this process behind this imbibition, the seed coat will absorb water from the soil and they will start to swell. As a result of this imbibitional pressure, the seed coat will rupture and the embryo, the plumule and radicle will come out. So first step of the seed germination is imbibition of water by the seed coat. So imbibition example, seed coat rupturing at the time of seed germination, and second case it is very difficult to close the wooden door during rainy season. So these are the example because these substances are made up of hydrophilic substances and they have strong affinity to water. When they are getting moisture, they will absorb it and it will start to swell. They are absorbing by surface attraction, absorbing the water in the surface and they will start to swell and it will rupture in case of seed coat. So that is imbibition. Imbibition means it is absorption of water by living or dead plant cell by surface attraction. Okay, so first process of absorption by root, the different process coming under this absorption by root. First one is imbibitional force, that is imbibition. Then next 4 process we can discuss in the next class. Okay, so these 4 process we can discuss in the next class. So my dear students, what we discussed in this class, all of you study well and read the textbook thoroughly. I will ask question in the next live class. Okay, so that's all for today. We can see in the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.